Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets and the Detroit Tigers. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. First pitch moments away. And today's starting pitcher, Jack Flaherty. What do we need to know here?
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
Fought off foul.
First pitch, 111.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Green settles under it. He's there. He's got it. One down. Here's a Mets lineup now. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands, and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Two down, bases empty.
Right fielder,
and next for the Mets, Juan Soto.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His second home run of the series, and the Mets on the board first. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So two down, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
That one ripped left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Around first, heading for two. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So runner at second, two down. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Carpenter pulls that one down, and that is that. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back here in Detroit. Now the starting pitcher in this one, David Peterson. And Singy, that may be his name, but the strikeout is his game.
Well, there are a lot of strikeouts in that other lineup, and when you look at what he's able to do, man, it's going to be a fun one to watch today.
Colt Tate leading things off and takes a strike. Slice the other way and foul. The Mets would get a big boost from a win in this one, so close to the end of the season. Caught him looking for the K. Now the number 2 hitter, Parker Meadows. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
We're pretty late in the season now, Boog, and every win or loss is magnified. Got to do your job on every play and make sure you don't cost the team by losing focus.
One down, base is empty. Line drive. Soto makes the catch. 2 down. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup.
Batting third,
and the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have
Green.
success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Riley Green, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
We all know that that first inning can be a critical one in terms of guys settling in and the tone being set for the game. So this isn't what you're looking for on defense. 2-out errors are a lot like 2-out walks, but maybe even worse because your pitcher did his job to get what should have been the last out of that inning.
Outside low, and the count is 1-1. Now one missed. To third. That's the inning.
Out.
One left for Detroit. They trail here 1-0. New inning getting started, and stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Flaherty back to work. Acuna measures 5 feet 8 inches, 180 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Here's Jesse Winker. On the ground to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting ninth, center fielder Tyrone Taylor.
Tyrone Taylor digs in now.
Really bringing some thump at the plate lately. 3 home runs over the last 5 games.
And that one is lifted in the air. Meadows has a beat on it. And that'll do it. Mets strand 1. Back at Comerica Park, we head to the bottom of the second, and now the
Leading off for
DH,
the
Gleyber
Tigers,
Torres.
Designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
Torres with a homer in his last game.
Hey.
Threw that fastball right by him,
0-1.
slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Pitch
1
misses
ball,
there.
2 strikes.
1-2 to count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And now 2-2.
2 balls.
Well, this
2
is a
strikes.
guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter. Just a great slider right there. I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Here comes Torque to the
That ball's
plate.
foul.
On the ground. And that's just foul. One out, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. So digging in, Zach McKinstry. That one
Counts
not
1-0.
close. 1-0. 2 outs, base is empty. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1-1.
And that is in for a strike. 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that's a base hit into left field. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Trey Sweeney.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
And a 1-1. That one fouled off. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Tigers leave one. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And we're back
Leading
out of
off
the third
for
inning.
Mets,
Francisco
shortstop
Lindor comes up to the plate.
Lindor.
The bit behind with that swing. It's strike
0-1's the
one.
count.
The high fastball, particularly for young hitters, can be hard to lay off of because you see it so well at eye level, but it's really hard to catch up and get that top hand to work on time.
Way out front for strike 2.
Then he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Struck him out. Really fooled him with the breaking ball there.
Really tight bite on that slider and just
Now
couldn't get the
left
barrel to
fielder,
it out
Brandon
front. You've got to
Nimmo.
try to pull those hands tight to the body to get it through. And I'm thinking he probably wanted that pitch to end up even more inside to keep it out of the danger zone. But it had enough late break and deception to get the job done.
Nimmo batting for the second time And that's strike one. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here.
Right fielder,
make a little statement, but
Soto.
you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. Could become dangerous.
Soto, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Two outs. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the third.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Welcome back as we
Leading
take a
off
check
for
of the current
Tigers,
standings.
Catcher Ryan Sermon.
Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've
Now
got to be
batting,
better at the plate
second
right there. At least to
baseman,
foul something
Colt
off. Extend
Keith.
that at bat.
Colt Keith up now for the Tigers.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
Bunt attempt popped up. Reaching for it and brings it in. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there, but not able to execute.
Yeah, I think he rushed it a little bit. And when guys rush, it can be a pop-up or it can be bunted right back at a position player.
Meadows stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Next offering is downstairs.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Lifted in the air down the left side. That one gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Back against the wall with 2
Now
strikes,
batting,
but found a
left
way.
fielder,
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the
Riley
shortstop or
Green.
left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Riley Green. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. Yeah.
Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball to end the inning. Start of the fourth.
Leading off
Here's Pete
for the
Alonso.
Mets, first baseman.
He's not
Pete
going to get cheated
Alonso.
up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Pitch misses inside. Ball one.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1-1.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
This one in the air. Torkelson under it. And makes the grab. And there's one down. Brett Beatty will hit next. Flied to right his first time. Swing and a chopper out to short. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth.
Now batting, second baseman Luis Angel Acuna.
2 outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Luis Angel Acuna.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
On the ground to the left. Throw on to Torkelson. And the Mets go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Mets. They lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the
Leading
ballpark.
off for the
Bottom
Tigers,
4. Now it's the right fielder, Kerry Carpenter. And the first pitch misses in the dirt. Swing and a miss as he was late.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Ground ball right side. And he can't come up with it. Gleyber Torres up to the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. That one found hard the other way. Chop to first. There's one. Out. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And next to hit for Detroit, Spencer Torkelson. And that's in the dirt.
Ball. Counts 1-0.
Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is down low. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Now batting, third baseman.
Now the third baseman, Zach McKinstry. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Late swing, foul to the left. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. 1 left for Detroit, and it remains 1-0. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite a
off
pitcher's
for the
duel
Mets,
so far. Here's
catcher,
how the starters
Francisco
have performed up to this
Alvarez.
point. Flaherty back to work. That one's in there. Strike one. Alvarez, 23 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10.
Ball
That
one.
misses, and it's a ball and a strike. And
Ball
that
two.
skips in the dirt. Fouls one off. 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter,
Now
low away
batting
with some
the designated
good action
hitter,
at the
Jesse
end.
Winker.
Even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
So now here's the Mets DH, Jesse Winker. And first offering is fouled off. And that's through there for a strike.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. And there's two gone following the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near
Up
the
next
strike
for the
zone by
Mets,
the time it got to the
center
plate.
fielder, Tyrone
People at home
Taylor.
watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
More and more guys
ball,
are
two
looking
strikes.
to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Sets him down on strikes. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Mets 1. Welcome back.
Leading
Let's take a
off
look at how
for
the series has
Tigers,
played out so far.
Shortstop, Trey Sweeney.
That's in there. And it's 0-1.
Well, he's been
0-1
incredibly
count.
efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's
Nope,
well above
that's
league
inside.
average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
And a count 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Serving
Ball,
in the
that pitch
box
is
for
up.
the second time. 1 ball, no strikes. Next
Hey.
offering is in for a strike. Line drive, base hit, right center field. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, the last 10
Now
games or
batting,
so have been
second
anything but
baseman,
fun at the plate
Cole
for him,
Keith.
so that one has to feel good. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Man at first, one away. Grounded to third, could be 2. Off balance feet, there's
out.
1. To first,
He's
not
safe.
in time. Great effort there.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball
Now
out of the air,
batting,
lets the
center
defense work
fielder,
behind him with another ground
Parker
ball.
Meadows.
Good execution.
And now it's going to be Parker Meadows. And there's a foul ball.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
In the dirt. Tying run is at first. Last half of inning number 5. In the dirt. And that's ball 2.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead. Doesn't have to get away from the catcher, but if you're anticipating based off the trajectory.
Ah, that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Back here in Detroit. Now up to hit Francisco
Lindor.
That one finds the corner. Strike 1. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Puts it away for the out. Here's Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope he's not pressing too hard, because that just compounds things. It makes the slump even longer. Never seems to help. Never helped me.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That pitch clips the outside corner, and that's strike 2. And down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Here's Juan Soto. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And that's in the dirt. Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. It's the Mets 1 and the Tigers nothing. Back at Comerica Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth, and leading off the bottom of the 6th, Riley Green. And the first offering is not close. And fouled off. Swung on, belted. That's back there. And gone. And we have a tie ball game. It's 1-1. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. Ripped on the ground to second. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Here's Gleyber Torres. Jeff McNeil comes on defensively now as he takes over as the new second baseman.
Number 1.
Swing and a ground ball, and it's just foul. That was close. Late swing, fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Rolled to short, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Over to Alonso, double play.
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6th hole. Starts the double play. It's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2. And ball 1. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. So Torque takes the whip. Solo shot for Detroit this inning. All even now at 1-1. You're watching Mets baseball on the Show NYC. And stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso.
First baseman,
1 for 2.
Pete Alonso.
Hitting is all about anticipation, and right now this lineup is struggling with it. Their swings are mistimed, and it's produced a few ugly cuts here and there.
Ground ball to the right side, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now there are several ways that they can get this run across.
And now Brett Beatty, and a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. Go-ahead run in scoring position. Nobody out.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And the next pitch is way outside.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Base hit right field. He boots it. The go-ahead run moves up to third. He's held there with nobody out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game.
Now pitching
Will
for the
Vest
Tigers.
gets the call from the pen.
Number 19.
Oh, you see the ERA very solid, and
Vest.
that doesn't always tell you the whole story, but he's been really good so far this year.
That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. Headed for the plate. In to score from first, and they lead by 2.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
0-1.
Out towards left center. Meadows sizes this one up. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Now batting, designated hitter Jesse Winker.
And now the Mets DH, Jesse Winker.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it stays fair. In comes the run from third. And they take a 3-run lead.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That's one of those things where, as a hitter, you kind of feel like you were due for something like that to drop in for you, no matter how good or bad you've been swinging the bat as of late. And he just fought it off and dropped it in there perfectly.
One gone, runner at first. So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. And a swing and a miss there.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get two. Get out of this.
Comes up empty.
I think he was a little excited there. Saw the fastball, but needed a step ladder to get to that one. He's going to have to tighten it back up. He wants to have a good at bat.
And the 0-2. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touching it.
Meadows calls it in, and there's 2 away. And now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Winker, the runner at first with 2 gone. And he hits a ground ball right side. Throw on to Torkelson. And that's the 3rd out. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mets 4 and the Tigers 1. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Zach McKinstry.
Zach McKinstry. Now
new pitcher now, Frankie Montas.
Big swing and miss stuff right here, Boog. Averaging more than 1 strikeout per inning this season. So far, he's been pretty electric.
And that one hit 97 on the gun.
Well, these Tigers just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And that one is downstairs. And a count 2-1. And he chases a high fastball there.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning. And up next for Detroit, Trey Sweeney. And that's fouled off.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And delivers outside. Nobody out. Runner at first. And there's a ball. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. To short, could be 2. Feed to second, that's 1. Over to first, safe. Brian Serven up now for the Tigers. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. He's got it, and there's 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football. Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come. But you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Throws to second. Coming home. He'll score.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Ripped that one down the line and kept it fair. And even when you hit it that far out front, you still have to keep your hands tight to your body so you don't hook around that baseball and put it in foul territory. And that right there was perfect. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
The tying run at the plate. And a strike in there. And down on strikes he goes. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over.
He's in a tough spot.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the eighth. Grant Herter.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Herter measures 6 feet 6 inches, 250 pounds, and he was drafted in the 7th round in 2021. That's down and in. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And there's one down.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Activity in the bullpen for Detroit. Tyler Holton, the left-hander, up and throwing. Chafin warming up as well. Outside low. And now it's even 1-1. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him. Coming out of the bullpen throwing beatings.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Alonso, the next to hit, takes outside. Hit in the air, center field. Meadows gets under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. And we're back.
Leading
bottom of the 8th.
the
Now the left fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green. Now pitching for the
Jose
New York
Buto
Mets.
gets the ball now.
Number
These
70.
are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swings and misses. And the count even 1-1. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Right through there. Got him. And a key out leading off the bottom of the 8th. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Carpenter at the plate now. That's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. The Tigers down by a pair here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time. And that quickly 2 away.
If you want to be
Now
a great
batting,
defense, you have to
designated
deliver
hitter,
consistently. It
Labor,
doesn't matter how many
Torres.
highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Torres in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Looking very settled on the mound here in the 8th. One more out, and they'll probably hand it off to their closer for the 9th with at least a 2-run lead.
Foul ball, still 0-2. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Tigers fail to make any noise. Still down by a count of 4-2. And welcome back to the ballpark.
For the Mets,
All set to start the 9th in this one.
Beatty.
Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Herder back to work. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball. Right through there for a strike.
Struck him out looking. And now here's Jeff McNeil. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Line drive caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Alvarez
Off the plate,
in
ball
now.
one.
Takes ball 1 off the plate. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Meadows should have this one. Brings it in. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down for him there. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the 9th. It's the Mets 4, Tigers 2. Bottom 9, and now the first baseman, Spencer Torkelson.
Spencer Torkelson.
He was late there, strike 1.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Got him. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Just blown away in that at bat. 3 fastballs, all strikes. He wasn't even able to foul one off. There's not much you can take away from an at bat like that as a hitter, other than maybe there's something wrong with your eyes. Got to have better timing on the fastball next time.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nimmo makes the play, and there's 2 away. So last chance for the Tigers. Trey Sweeney up now for the Tigers. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Everything came together for him. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. Really important at bat coming up now.
So a runner at third, 2 men out. And here is Brian Serven. Fastball for a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. With the tying run at the plate, and the home team trying to pull it out. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Well, he held him down for 2 solid innings, recording 6 outs in this game. Really nice job of executing his pitches, really just playing catch with the catcher, throwing whatever was put down. and letting the defense do some work behind him.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.